Hi, I'm Michelle. I work a full-time corporate 9-to-6 job, and I'm also running a small baking business, multiple media channels, and building my skills of becoming a professional music producer and DJ, while staying healthy by working out 1.5 hours per day. Here's how I balance it all, and you can do it too. So if you're interested, please continue to watch this video. So you might ask, why am I doing this to myself? Well, the reason is I want to document my journey of exploring life and living life to the fullest, growing up and adulting, in hopes to encourage others who could be in the same boat as me, struggling to juggle everything. And I also think that this is a fun challenge that I put on myself, so I put myself out there in public. So I need to keep my words and I need to live up to my own expectations and pursue my personal goals. So I want to make sure that you guys understand this. I am not a success story. I'm a work in progress with receipts. So here is the breakdown of my week. So on Monday through Friday, I work. Duh. So before work, I like to bike to the gym, work out, and bike back, which is about 8 miles total on biking. And then I would do about 40 minutes of strength training with weights. After work, I would edit and post to all of my channels, not only to my personal accounts, but also to my cake account, the small business I run, called Mimi Momo. If you're interested, you can check it out. I will link it down in the description below. You can check out my Instagram page. And that's it. If you use Red Notes, you can find me too. Oh, and TikTok. That's where it is. You pick what you want. Pick your poison. Throughout the week, it's pretty much repetition, but on Wednesday after work, I would take a voice lesson that's weekly from 7 to 9. And then on Thursday, I would go to my music production school where I learn about music production. And then on weekend, I would shoot content. Throughout the week, I would edit, I would make music, and then also I would practice DJing. Weekdays are pretty packed. I would also cook my own meals to be very health conscious. I also have a very cute golden doodle, so I would walk her 30 to 40 minutes. Ooh, I forgot to mention my other side hustle that I'm currently just starting out. I'm doing Rover, the dog walking puppy sitting app. So now that you know the gist of my week, how the hell do I balance it all? So here's how. I have 3 points that I want to share with you that really helped me on staying on track and staying focused on my weekly busy schedule, and hopefully these can help you too. So number 1 is brainwashing. Hear me out. I brainwash myself with podcasts. I would listen to a lot of audiobooks. I find it easier to sustain if I'm listening to an audiobook because I can literally listen to it while I'm walking my dog, while I'm biking to the gym, while I'm working out too. Just multitasking. You really gotta learn how to multitask if you have a really busy schedule. Brainwash yourself with podcasts that talks about time management, money management, finance, just something that you can invest in yourself that's free. And you just really gotta put your brain into a mindset that if you want to achieve something, you can actually do it. I feel like it's a really good way to prep your brain for what you're going through, and it really helps you with keeping yourself motivated with all of these busy schedules on your plate. And secondly, I would use external tools to help myself stay on track and stay organized. And that include maybe perhaps a Google Calendar, some type of notebook, physical or digital, I don't really care, something that you can see to keep you on track. And third is having a very specific goal or life you want to achieve. I'm going to break these down a little bit more so you have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. To my point number 1, brainwashing yourself with motivational content. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and books that talks about how to create the life you want, and I want to share some key takeaways for you. Some common themes that I'm noticing: balance. The world is about balance, so if you really want something, you're gonna have to make sacrifices. What I mean by that is, let's say you want to get leaner. You're gonna have to give up on snacks. You're gonna have to give up on late night meals to achieve the health goals you want. So that's kind of maintaining a balance of, if you want something, you're gonna have to let go of something. It really just depends on what your priority is. And you'll also have to overcome the fear of being judged. If you listen to the podcast Diary of a CEO, the host, Stephen Bartlett, he mentioned that the top reason that people can't step outside of their comfort zone is because of the fear of being judged, the embarrassment. When we start something new, for sure you're gonna be really bad at it, or else it's too easy, right? We don't have to relearn how to eat, we don't have to relearn how to breathe, but if we want to learn any sort of skill, we'll have to build from the ground up. Nobody's born with the talent or the skills that they have, so we all gotta start somewhere, right? And truth is, no one's really watching you as closely as you think. People are all really busy going through their own lives, so the attention and time they would spend on you is really not that much if you think about it. And if you're consistent throughout this journey to your goal, you're going to make it one day because you're working on it every day. You're gonna get more comfortable at what you're doing, and things are going to get easier for you. See, I'm starting out too. I've had this channel a little bit. I was a little lost in where I want this channel to be, but this is my promise to myself. I'm gonna be consistent. To me, consistency is always bigger than perfection. So I wouldn't recommend you dwelling too much time on a thumbnail or your lighting or how you edit. Just be consistent and keep putting things out, and one day things will get easier for you and you'll get the ball rolling in no time. So next, I want to show you some of the tools and systems I use to keep myself on track and focused. So first, I like to use some kind of calendar to help me keep track. You know those hanging calendars you can get from bookstores? I had those and I would write whatever I have to do in the individual squares of each day. I also have this productivity notebook to keep myself on track. It has all the dates and weeks labeled, and I can write whatever I had to do with this book. I also use my Google Calendar to keep myself on track in case someone has a meeting with me. I put it easily on my digital calendar. So whatever works for you, have a calendar so you can visualize what you have to do every day. And the second tool I like to have, build a mindset. Whenever you're in doubt, ask yourself, is what I'm currently doing going to help myself move towards my goal? If the answer is no, then you know what to do, right? This question has helped me a lot with whether I should go out with my friends tonight, whether I should watch TV instead of making videos. Asking this question really helps me get myself back on track. And the third tip I have for you guys is you also want to be in a safe space where distraction is minimal. I would highly recommend if you have some sort of headphone, AirPod, headset, put them on. Even if you're in a quiet room with minimal distraction, there's always gonna be some type of sound out there, right? So if you can block those sounds, that's gonna be really good for you to really lock in on what you wanna do. So I want you to do is visualize your plan, go to somewhere that has minimal distraction, put on headphones and start doing it. And stop questioning yourself, just do it. And whenever you feel like you're distracted, ask yourself, is this thing that I'm currently doing gonna help me towards my goal? If it's not, then get back on track as soon as you can. I wouldn't consider myself completely at where I want to be in life, but this channel is proof that I am on my way. This is me stepping outside of my comfort zone and be uncomfortable. I came to realize that you yourself is your biggest enemy. So beat that and don't let yourself get you. Even though I'm still on my way, I still have some successes throughout my 20-something years in life. So I really wanted to use this channel to share my journey, share my experience, and share the lessons that I've learned. And hopefully these lessons can help you too. So if you find this video helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel, where I would share my journey of becoming my best self, content creation, making money, time management, making music, baking cake, all of the above. I would like to invite you to be on this journey with me. In the comments below, let me know what your goals are and where you want to get to eventually. Until next time, I'll see you again. Bye.